Hello friends, my name is Jayendra and welcome to another video of SW Environment Consultants and Engineers. This is video number 4 of Water and Wastewater Quality Testing Lecture Series Part 1. In this video, we are going to learn about the analysis of total hardness and calcium hardness. For total hardness, we will refer to the method IS 2340C. For calcium hardness, calcium and magnesium, we will refer to the method IS 3500 calcium B. So let's start the video. In this video, we are going to learn about the introduction first, what is hardness, then we will see the principle of measurement, what equipments will be required for the analysis, procedure of analysis, then we'll discuss the calculation, and lastly we'll know about the measurement uncertainty. So let's start with introduction first. So let's understand what is hardness. So the amount of calcium and magnesium dissolved into the water is known as hardness. Basically the hard water is very high in dissolved mineral. Majorly of them are calcium and magnesium salts. There are two types of hardness. First is temporary hardness and second is permanent hardness. Temporary hardness is caused by the carbonate salts of calcium and magnesium, whereas the permanent hardness is caused by the non-carbonate salts of calcium and magnesium. Hardness is measured in unit milligram per liter as CaCO3. This is the unit of hardness, whereas other parameters majorly measured in milligram per liter, but hardness is measured in milligram per liter as CaCO3. In ETP, hardness can be removed by RO system, reverse osmosis system, or high pressure membrane filtration process. Also in drinking water, we can use boiling method as well as RO for removal of hardness. Permissible limit of hardness in wastewater, it is 600 mg per liter as CaCO3. For drinking water, it is 200 mg per liter as CaCO3. Now let's see the principle of measurement for total hardness and calcium hardness. Now let's understand the principle of measurement for total hardness. So basically the pH of the sample is made high at 10 to 10.1, and then EBT indicator is added to the water sample. So the EBT indicator combines with calcium and magnesium cations present in the water sample and forms the complex which is of red color. In this red colored solution, EDTA added is as titrant. So this EDTA again reacts with the calcium and magnesium and forms the complex. When all the calcium and magnesium ions are complexed with EDTA, they are finished into the solution, then color of the solution appear as blue color, which is the end point of titration. As the pH increases, the sharpness of endpoint increases, but the pH of 10 to 10.1 is satisfactory for this process. Let's understand this process with the chemical equation. So here is the calcium and magnesium cations which combines with EBT at the pH of 10 to 10.1 and forms the red colored complex solution. Then this red colored solution titrated with EDTA at the same pH 10 to 10.1 and the end point appears as blue color. So this is the basic principle. We will more understand in the process. Now let's understand the principle of measurement for calcium hardness. So same as total hardness, the pH of this also made high at 12 to 13 with the help of sodium hydroxide. Then muroxide indicator is added into the water sample, then the solution gives the pink color. Now in this pink colored solution, EDTA titrant is added. This EDTA reacts only with calcium and magnesium is precipitated as magnesium hydroxide because of the high pH. So at this high pH, EDTA only reacts with calcium. That's why we can measure only calcium hardness by this process. Now when all the calcium cations are used by the EDTA, the solution gives the end point which is the purple color. Let's understand it with the equation. Here is the muroxide indicator which reacts with calcium and magnesium cations at the pH of 12 to 13 and gives pink colored solution. This pink colored solution titrated with EDTA, then the complex of EDTA calcium formed and the purple color end point of the titration appears. So let's see what type of instrument, glassware and reagent will required for the analysis. So basically for glassware will require conical flask 250 ml, pipette of 10 ml or 25 ml as per your requirement. Then burette A class and digital pH meter for measuring the pH for total hardness. So in reagent will require 0.01 molar of EDTA. Then will require EBT indicator for total hardness, Muroxide indicator for calcium hardness, ammonium buffer solution to adjust the pH in total hardness measurement, NaOH to adjust the pH in calcium hardness measurement, distilled water for giving dilution and preparing the reagents. For procedure of preparing reagents, you can refer to the annexure given in description. Now we will see step by step procedure of analysis, first for total hardness and next we will see the procedure for calcium hardness. So now we will see the step by step procedure for hardness. We will take one conical flask and here we are taking sample of borewell water. So we will measure 25 ml of sample and dilute it to 50 ml by adding distilled water. Transfer the sample into conical flask. Now fill the burette with standardized 0.01 molar EDTA. Wash every glassware you are using in this process properly with tap water and distilled water to avoid any contaminations. And standardization process of EDTA is given in annexure. Please refer to that and get the accurate normality of EDTA. Now we will adjust the pH of the sample with the help of ammonium buffer solution. We will add ammonium buffer solution and make the pH 10 plus or minus 0.1. So here we are having calibrated pH meter and we will wash electrodes to measure the pH of sample. Rapidly add ammonium buffer solution. Approximate 1 to 2 ml is enough to make the pH between 10 to 10.1. So as you can see the pH is 10. So we will now rapidly titrate the sample. Now we will titrate this sample rapidly with help of EDTA. Add 0.1 to 0.2 gram of EBT indicator into it. If you are having liquid indicator, add 1 to 2 drops. I am adding approximate 0.1 to 0.2 gram. So after adding the EBT indicator, wine red color is visible. So what happened in this solution is the EBT is bounded to the calcium and magnesium ions present into the sample. So that's why the EBT and calcium magnesium complex is giving wine red color. Now when we add EDTA into this solution, the EDTA will combine with those ions magnesium and calcium, and when the calcium and magnesium ions are finished, the EBT will get free and the end point will appear. The end point of the titration is still blue color. So we will now rapidly titrate this sample. Add EDTA drop by drop. So here you can see the color is changed to blue color. Okay, so we'll note the reading and then we'll see the analysis of calcium hardness. So here the reading for this titration is 12.7 ml. We'll note the reading and next we will see the calcium hardness analysis process. So now we will see the step by step procedure for measuring calcium hardness into the water sample. So again we will take the same sample, borewell water, measure 25 ml of borewell water, add 25 ml of distilled water and make it up to 50 ml. Transfer it into conical flask and after that refill the burette with EDTA And as I said, the standardized EDTA must be used, and the standardization process is given in annexure. You can refer and get the accurate normality of EDTA. Now we will adjust the pH for this. So in calcium hardness analysis, the pH is made significantly high, approximate 12 to 13. So at that high level of pH, EDTA only combines with the calcium ions. Magnesium ions are precipitated as magnesium hydroxide. So that's why we can measure the calcium hardness in this process. So we will make the pH high with the help of sodium hydroxide. Add approximate 1 to 2 ml of NaOH. Mix it properly, and we will have the idea of pH with this pH paper. So as you can see, the color is changed to blue, so that means it is above 12. Now we will add muroxide indicator. If you have powder form, add pinch of it, approximate 0.1 to 0.2 grams, and if you have liquid, then add 1-2 drops of it. The color will change after adding muroxide indicator to pink color. Okay, so the pink color is visible right now. You can see the sharp pink color. Now we'll rapidly titrate it with EDTA. Every drop of EDTA will combine with calcium, and when the calcium ion is finished into the sample, the color will appear as purplish color. That is the end point. So let's titrate the sample. So here you can see the color is changed to purplish color, and the burette reading is 7.2 ml. Now we will note the reading for both total hardness and calcium hardness, and we will move to the calculation part. Now let's see how can we calculate the total hardness and calcium hardness based upon the burette readings. So let's understand the calculation of total hardness first. So here is the formula for total hardness. It is A into M into 100 into 1000 into D divided by ml of sample taken. So A stands for burette reading for sample, which is 12.7. M is molarity of EDTA, which is 0.01 molar. D stands for dilution factor, which is 2 because we have diluted the sample 2 times, and 100 is the molecular weight of CaCO3 because we are getting the total hardness as milligram per liter as CaCO3. So let's put all the numbers into the formula. The answer will come, it is 508 milligram per liter as CaCO3. Same as calculation of calcium hardness, the numbers here will change only one number, which is the burette reading. It is 7.2 ml for calcium hardness, and everything else will be remaining the same. So the answer will be 288 milligram per liter as CaCO3. Now let's understand how can we calculate the calcium content into the water sample with the help of these readings. So for calcium content into the water sample, the formula of calcium, it is A into M into 40.8 into 1000 into D divided by ml of sample. Here only the molecular weight will be changed. A stands for the burette reading, which is 7.2 ml. M is 0.01 molar. D is dilution factor, which is 2, and 40.8 is the molecular weight of Ca, because here we are getting the answer as calcium as milligram per liter. So the when we put all the numbers into the formula, the answer will come 117.504 milligram per liter, which is pure calcium. For magnesium hardness, total hardness minus calcium hardness, if we do, then we can get the calcium hardness, which is 220 milligram per liter as CaCO3. To convert the magnesium content, we have to multiply the magnesium hardness with 0.243 into magnesium hardness. The answer will be 53.46, which is the pure magnesium milligram per liter present into the water sample. So this was the all calculation of total hardness, calcium hardness, magnesium hardness, calcium content into the water sample and magnesium content into the water sample. Now let's understand about the measurement uncertainty. So let's understand the measurement uncertainty. So the synthetic sample which was containing 610 milligram per liter of total hardness, which was contributed by 108 milligram per liter of calcium and 82 milligram per liter of magnesium, also containing some other contents like potassium, sodium, chloride, nitrate, sulfate and total alkalinity, that was analyzed by 56 different laboratories, and for total hardness the standard deviation recorded was 2.9%. And for calcium, the same synthetic sample which was containing 108 milligram per liter of calcium and 82 milligram per liter of magnesium, other content was same, and this was analyzed by 44 different laboratories. So the standard deviation recorded for calcium was 9.2%. Source of total hardness is IS 2340C, and source of calcium measurement uncertainty, it is IS 3500 calcium B. One should always calculate their own measurement uncertainty with the repeatability of standard calcium carbonate sample of known value. So we have understood everything about total hardness, calcium hardness, magnesium hardness, total calcium content and total magnesium content. I hope I have explained well and you have understood well. So if you have any doubt or any questions, you can ask us in comment box. Share this video with your friends, and we will soon make another video of analysis of another parameter. Till then, take care of yourself, take care environment around you. Bye bye. Thank you.